Well, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but what does a credit card a week do for your health? Yes, that's right, we consume the equivalent to a credit card worth of plastic each week. You're eating, drinking, and breathing tiny pieces of plastic every day. These are called microplastics, and they are everywhere in our environment. But what are the effects of these microplastics on our health? We will explore the research on how microplastics are entering our bodies, where they end up, and what they do to cells and organs. You might be surprised by what the scientists have discovered. Microplastics are tiny pieces of plastic that are less than 5 millimeters across, and they are everywhere in the environment, from the oceans to the mountains, from the clothes we wear to the cosmetics we use. They have been discovered in the deepest known place on Earth, in a region of the Pacific Ocean called the Mariana Trench. In the most polluted areas of the trench, they counted up to 2,000 pieces of microplastics per litre of water. Microplastics have turned up in the Antarctic snow and Arctic ice. Even the summit of Mount Fuji in Japan has not escaped microplastic contamination. Researchers found these tiny particles at high altitudes, emphasizing their ability to travel long distances. In remote waters off Western Australia, the samples tested were equivalent to the global average. They are being transported from wastewater treatment plants to agricultural land through the use of fertilizers made from the sewage sludge. Studies have found the presence of microplastics in both tap and bottled water. After analysing 250 bottles from 11 brands purchased from 9 countries, the team of scientists found that 93% of bottled water contains microplastics. Additionally, a litre of bottled water contains an average of 325 plastic particles, whereas tap water has only 5.5 plastic particles per litre. These minuscule plastics are also ingested by aquatic organisms and accumulate throughout the food chain, from humble filter feeders to apex predators. While we encounter toxin-laden microplastics in seafood like mussels, our primary exposure likely occurs through airborne dust, which carries these particles into our food supply. Another form of microplastic pollution is microbeads, which can be found in wash-off cosmetics, cleansers, and toothpaste. Microbeads have been banned in several countries to help combat the problem of microplastic accumulation in waterways. Microfibers from synthetic fabrics are a major source of contamination. They shed fibers in every wash and into the air we breathe. Textile workers have been shown to experience coughing, breathlessness, and reduced lung capacity, which may suggest a correlation between microplastics and health conditions. In 2022, microfibers were discovered in the blood of nearly 80% of people tested. It's been discovered in the lungs, even the deepest regions. In 2020, microplastics were detected in the placentas of unborn babies. Researchers found these particles in both the fetal and maternal sides of the placenta, as well as in the membrane within which the fetus develops. In 2022, microplastic concentrations in human feces were found to be 10 to 20 times higher in infants compared to adults. Children can be exposed to harmful substances through their oral activities, such as biting on fabrics and crawling on rugs, as well as plastic toys, teethers, bottles, and spoons. The implications of these plastic particles on human health continues to be studied rigorously. Studies on animals and in vitro experiments have shown that microplastics can cause damage to cells, inflammation, allergic reactions, and oxidative stress. Laboratory research has shown that microplastics can cause damage to human cells at levels known to be ingested by people through food, leading to cell death and allergic reactions. In a detailed study, scientists highlighted the harmful effects of tiny plastic particles on our immune system and intestines. These effects include disturbing the natural balance in the gut, affecting the protective lining of the intestines, and causing harm to immune cells. Research with mice shows that when they're exposed to nano and microplastics, it can cause inflammation, oxidative stress, and disruptions in their metabolism. These effects can be harmful, leading to issues like gastrointestinal toxicity and damage to the liver and nervous system. These studies provide valuable insights into the potential health risks associated with microplastic exposure and highlight the need for further research to understand the full extent of these effects on human health. A groundbreaking new study published in March 2024 has made correlations between the presence of microplastics in human arteries and heart disease. Scientists researched the amount microplastics found in the plaque of blocked arteries of 257 patients between 2019 and 2020. Surprisingly, it was discovered that those with microplastics in their arteries were 4.5 times more likely to experience heart attacks, strokes, or death within approximately 34 months after the surgery. This is an alarming result. However, the correlation may have other contributing factors. These findings underscore the urgent need to address plastic pollution and its potential impact on human health. As we continue to learn more, it's essential to take steps to reduce plastic waste and protect both our bodies and the environment. So how can we reduce our exposure to microplastics? Choose reusable containers made from stainless steel or glass. Avoid drinking water from plastic bottles. Boiling water. A recent study discovered that boiling tap water for 5 minutes can significantly reduce the presence of microplastics. Combining this method with a simple coffee filter could be an easy way to remove potentially health-damaging particles from water. Use stainless steel or cast iron cookware. Non-stick cookware releases microplastics into food. Reduce synthetic clothing. Limit seafood consumption. Avoid microwaving food in plastic. Regularly vacuum and keep indoor areas well ventilated. Additionally, these are some steps to reduce our plastic footprint. Avoiding single-use plastic products. Choosing natural fabrics over synthetic ones. Washing synthetic clothes less frequently. Using natural or organic cosmetics and personal care products that do not contain microbeads. Fitting a filter to your washing machine that captures the fibers before they enter our waterways. Properly dispose of plastic waste. Remember that collective efforts can make a significant impact in reducing microplastics and protecting our environment.